camera operator?
Yes.
Okay. Philosophers and mathematicians both agree before going into discussion and debate on a postulate. A postulate is something that the group is a consensus about. It's an agreed foundation upon the theoretics and the topics that they're going to be discussing. And the first postulate in my talk here today is going to be how the universe is built to deliver the experience that is already happening. So, in terms of manifestation abilities, we see that if we don't love ourselves, then the universe does not send us people that do love us. It sends us more people that supports that reality of not loving oneself. So we have to. We're on the cutting edge of reality here, and what I'd like to start by saying is by questioning is how does one bring yourself into awareness? All right, so that's kind of a little bit contingent, and there's a little bit of this might not make sense. Was what I'm saying, and I'm just going to kind of point these out here. This one is essentially, our connection with each other and our connection to the infinite potential of what we are, and ourselves, yourself, is our ego. Essentially, it's our individual separation consciousness as duality and our interpretation of our our experience. And awareness is somewhere where we don't have, where it is stillness. We don't have any kind of charge to it, positive, negative. So I'd like to point this out with kind of, let's see here. So okay, we have one. One equals higher self. Okay, that's the point where we're all connected and we're all synchronized with some aspect of ourselves. And ourself, which is the lower self. It's the ego. It's the separation. It's the individual. And then we have the neutral self, awareness. It's what we are as consciousness, and it's without reaction. Neutral. Okay. So we see that this is the higher self. If this represents higher self, and this represents lower self. So we as individuals here, as a human being, we funnel in energy and we funnel in the higher self, and as well project the lower self into reality. So how am I on time? So the oneness.
Got about a minute.
Okay. Man, I wish I had more time.
You can.
So, what I'm getting at is we can occupy ourselves for liberation. We have to understand our own potential and our own place as a expression of reality as a gender first and foremost, and mend that gap between the separation between genders and identity, essentially, because at the basis of all separation is the aspects of masculine and feminine. And this is the duality nature of our reality and our experience. And we have to find a unification, as in the heart chakra here, of the two currents of the masculine, downward at masculine, the downward and outward force, and the feminine, which is the inward and upward force, the evolutionary, involutionary, into manifestation, down into the denser material planes of reality, feminine into the subtler, non-physical planes of reality. This is evolution. So what I'd like to talk about more in my next demonstration is our role in the evolutionary current, femininity and our own sexuality, mainly focusing on that, but our own right to be fully expressed human beings. So, yes, stick around.